Well, hello, and welcome to the Strong Network podcast with me, Dr. Carla Michelle. I don't know why I was starting off so interesting, but hey, I'm here, and I want to just talk about life and so many thoughts about this. We could say, how do you handle reaching a goal? A victory or something that you've accomplished, and how do you navigate what's to come next? How do you navigate? Wherever you are in life, it could be you exercise and you've been dieting and you reach that weight, that goal, that body, that physique that you're wanting. What about you got that raise, that promotion, or you are the boss? So what's next? Your company, your small business is doing well. What's next? You have the kid. You get married. You buy the house. You buy that car. You buy that bag. You buy that. Yeah, your investment is paying off. What's next? What's next? There is this thing, and it's real. It's called post-victory depression. Post-victory depression. Post-success depression. It's something that we've been on a high for so long, the drive to accomplish, the drive to achieve, the drive to excel. And when you reach that, when you get there, when you're at the top of that mountain, when you're doing the Rocky dance at the top of the steps, when you're looking at your bank account, when you're driving in that car, when you're opening a door and looking out of your property, and when you get that title on your door, when you're in a meeting and they say the president of, what is next? What do you do with that emotion when you do come off those mountains and you do come down those stairs and you have to hit life where it is? What do you do? I've been trying to figure out a title of this podcast, Triumph and Transition, right? Life after victory. Embracing success's shadow. Success has a shadow. Can it be? Oh my gosh, because all we're taught about is being successful, not about the shadows, not about what to do when you've achieved and you've accomplished and you just kicked butt. What happens? What happens that day after, that minute after? Okay, so let's talk about it. I think about the accomplishments in life and the accomplishments I hear from my clients, and I celebrate them. Clients, people getting married, and it's like, yes, you worked so hard to get to this point. For some people, I mean, it's like something on your vision board, and the wedding dress or the tux or whatever you're wearing, and you're so focused on getting to that point. What happens when you have nothing else to plan? Well, I'm going to say this is one of the things of the many I'd like to touch on. And I don't know how I'm going to do these points, because this is really, some of it's coming from the top of my head, some's coming from notes. So flow with me. I believe that one of the things that we miss is to look, yes, we're to focus on what we're needing or desiring to accomplish. But we also need to have some space for what happens after. I could say in school, I started my business, or doing things that actually putting into action what I was studying. How about that? And it helped me so much not to crash after all the schooling was done. It helped me not to just crash. It helped me, I already had a momentum on another path, that of an adjoining path, I should say, because it was going the same way of what I was doing. Now, I do want to say your paths do not have to go the same way, but they should align for your next step. Stay with me. Having the goal, having the victory that you're looking to achieve, doing the things that you want to do and getting there and having nothing on the other side, that is where the depression comes in. That is where you feel like it's this anticlimactic. You lost, like, what is my purpose now? You can feel that way. Like, what is my purpose? This is so major. This goal was so big and I did it. What's next? So without that clear sense of purpose, it's really could make you feel uncertain about your future. And that's what we don't want. We don't want to lose our purpose. And this is another thing we kind of do, is we are on this road, we meet this goal, we get that promotion, we make that money, we're there, and then we start comparing. We start comparing and we lose our gratefulness, being grateful for the thing that we wanted so bad. I have to catch myself and not try to jump so far ahead of what I just did by forgetting it so quickly and being disgruntled. Disgruntled about where life seems to be. And it's not even a reality. You have succeeded. You're not a failure. You have overcome and accomplished and kicked butt to be and do what you've done. How and why can you not celebrate? Can you not take it in? Can you not make it real? Can you not own it? Instead of pushing it to the side and looking for what's next. Okay, I think I just contradicted myself, right? Because I said when studying, I started my business at the same time. So there's a way to not relish, because I relished in the schooling. But some of us are missing the point of relishing in what we've accomplished. And we're just goal seekers. We're just victory deficient, and we just want more and more and more and more and more. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying you can't go on to something else because you have a plan and a strategy. I'm saying that you're just going from victory to victory and you're not connecting the dots. You're not seeing the value. You're not seeing the bigger plan. You're not understanding what you just done and pausing if you don't know what to see what the next step is instead of putting it down. I hope that brings some clarity. So we have to watch our external expectations, the pressures, the standards we want to live up to, for those who really feel pressure from their parents, or parent, guardian. Those who just are fighting something from their past and they're just trying to prove something, proving worthiness, proving why you should be with me. Look how successful I am, and look how hard I am, and hard I work. Look what I do. Don't you those who just want to be seen, those external expectations can weigh heavily on you and cause that depression that can come after success. You know, another thing that can happen to us is maybe it's not depression. Maybe it's burnout. Maybe all the time, the effort, the sacrifices, the money invested, the mind space given, the energy that you took to hold yourself back in that atmosphere that you're in, or the energy that you did to push yourself forward. Burnout's real. But sometimes we have to stop even in that success, and you did it, but we have to stop and really ask that question. Am I depressed? Am I burnt out? Am I tired? And I'm really not depressed. My body just needs to rest. Didn't mean to rhyme there. Exhaustion, burnout, take some time. Is time needed? So I am going to ask you, because I hopped on real quick because I do have an appointment, but I was just thinking like that, man. Just thinking about it's almost like a victory hangover. A victory hangover, and the things that you do, even if you look at it that way, a victory hangover. If you've ever had a hangover, there's some recovery that we need to do afterwards, right? Either the hair of the dog or the Tylenol or whatever you need to help get rid of a headache, the nauseating feeling, eating something greasy, heavy, not eating at all, whatever. We take time when we've overconsumed alcohol. So when we've overconsumed a project, when we overconsumed a goal, how can we feel guilty about getting back into balance, getting back into harmony? Or how come we don't even think that we should? So here's some questions. What emotions are you experiencing? This is what I want to ask yourself. If you ever have an issue with victory over a hangover, what emotions are you experiencing? If you're dealing with success depression, what about your success is causing the distress? Is it that you feel I can't keep this up? Okay, I just had that one good push in me. I don't know how I'm going to keep going. Be specific about what it is about the success, the victory, the thing that you accomplished that is causing distress now. The third question, go back and ask yourself, or think and ask yourself, what are your original motivations for pursuing the goal? Why did you set out to do what you accomplished? What drove you? What drove you? And this is where you'll find out it was just about accomplishing. Because it is a disservice to accomplish without a purpose. I'm going to say it again. It's a disservice to you to accomplish without a purpose. Because then we're just seeking medals, titles, dollars, but we don't have a purpose for it, that's a waste of time. That's a waste of energy that should be directed towards the thing that aligns with your purpose. So ask yourself, what were your original motivations for pursuing the goal? Now, what lessons have you learned by the experience of succeeding in this last bout of success? What lessons did you learn about yourself first? And so quickly to go about what we learned about other people. But what did you learn about yourself? I think about, what did I learn about myself when it came to how I distributed money, or how I took in money, or what I thought about money? What did I learn from when it wasn't going my way or the way I thought it should go? What strengths did I develop? What did I gain from this experience? Because I think when I focus, and I hope you can relate, to the growth or to the learning opportunities that I received, that helps so much in undergirding my purpose of why I did the thing. And then you can ask, what are my next steps? Instead of beating yourself up, even while you're resting, if it comes up, or if you need a break, okay, take the break. Because I was going to say, while you're resting, even ask yourself, okay, what are my next steps? But that's not resting. And I really want you to rest. I really want you to recover if that's where you are. If you're burnt out, if you've given all that you can, then you need to rest. But for those of you who are, knowing that, okay, this is not complete. This is only part of the process. This is a part of my purpose, and I am not done yet. And I already know my purpose, so I need to move forward to this. Then that is, what are my next steps? What are my priorities now? And I want to mention, sometimes we are so stuck on, not I don't mean it in a bad way, but we're doing what we're doing and we're getting to that goal. But we have to remember what else is suffering, if anything, at that time. And is your next step to resuscitate what has suffered from your success journey? Is it time to resuscitate that? Is it time to pour into that? That is that which needs life. So what are your next steps? Do you need to revive something? What are your next steps? Do you need to go ahead and keep moving forward? What are your next steps? Do you need to rest? What are your next steps? Do you need to stop being so hard on yourself? Is your next step to seek support for that next level, that next thing? Because success, burnout, victory, hangover, I can't remember what else I said. All those other things reaching beyond the finish line. The key is you may experience something afterwards. Your goal should always be, well, not always. Here I go. I'm always correcting myself because I think words are so important that I don't always want to use. Here I go. I don't want to use words that we get stuck on with always. And, I want it to be, there's something that should be considered because it's not always. Something that should be considered is asking yourself the right questions to navigate what you need. Because what you need and I need and someone else next to you needs, it could be 3 different things. So when you're in this place of, I just did a big win, you need to find out, what do you need now? What do you need? Who do you need? How do you need to get it? How do you need to receive it? So that you can recover the way that you need. Or you can have the strength to move on the way you need. Or you can sit in it and enjoy it the way you need to sit in it and enjoy it. You have to ask yourself, and not just be moved by what everyone else is doing or what someone else isn't doing, because you don't know what people are thinking. You don't know what's really going on behind closed doors. So be authentically you in this. And I hope for anyone listening who has reached that moment of success in their lives, and they're just excited about what they've accomplished, but yet having post-success letdown, that these words, something in these words that were spoken would help, would assist. And if it doesn't assist you, that you would share it with someone else. Because it's real. It can happen. But you just need to ask yourself, why? All right, this is Dr. Carla Michelle. Thank you for tuning in to the Strong Network. I hope that you would share this podcast with someone you know, someone you want to get to know, someone you want to introduce me to. I'd appreciate it. And for those who have not, please leave a 5-star rating. That just helps with the algorithm and getting the Strong Network podcasts out there to others. I thank you for your time, and I will see you soon. Take care.